Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome award-winning, multi-platinum country music icon and star of the upcoming Fox series Monarch, Trace Adkins.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. There's a reason that McConey Setup Shop is trusted by more virtual and real-world tracks and companies than any other setup shop in iRacing. With partners such as Stafford Motor Speedway, the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, Five Flag Speedway, Speed 51, and more. When you want something done right, you go to the experts at McConey Setup Shop.
With setups available for most series on both asphalt and dirt, built by a team of professional builders consisting of some of the top talents on the service, McConey Setup Shop LLC has what you need to hit the track with confidence. Head over to McConeySetupShop.com and learn why McConey Setup Shop is the official setup shop of Richmond Raceway Esports and is partnered with some of the largest names in virtual and real racing.
And remember, at McConey Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
It is feature time in Tulsa. Let's go green.
He's got the run, but is it enough? It's a drag race to the finish. Goldberg goes from third to first in the last quarter.
Experience the world's most legendary racing events with iRacing. iRacing special events allow any member to compete in full-length multiplayer races based on some of the biggest events in motorsports all year round. Compete in virtual endurance races such as the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, and the Nürburgring 24 Hours. Take on some of the toughest races on the NASCAR calendar, such as the Daytona 500 and the Coke 600. We have races from disciplines across the racing world, from the Indy 500 to the Chili Bowl, from the Bathurst 1000 to the Crandon Championship. Our endurance special events utilize iRacing's team feature, where members can sign up and race together on their own team, swapping drivers throughout the race. Other events use iRacing Super Sessions, where you're not only racing against those on track, but against everyone taking part. As every race progresses, watch and feel the track change, with progressive time of day, dynamic weather and rain, and dynamic track debris and surface changes. Take on your favorite discipline, or try a brand new racing challenge with our biggest races of the year, the iRacing Special Events. Learn more at iracing.com/special-events.
And there it is, green flag in the air, and we are a go.
Curb, curb, curb again.
Oh! And he's gonna make it work as they are 3/10 back.
Sir, you can't park there.
Welcome to another All-Star 15 TV production. Brought to you by W Energy.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to All-Star 15 TV. On the broadcast tonight, it is race number 9 for the All-Star 15 TV Super Tropheo Series. We're here at Watkins Glen International. These beautiful Lamborghinis going about a minute 46 all the way to a minute 50 around this 3.45 road course in the beautiful hills of New York. Kind of a little bit of wine country up here. Got myself a nice Francis Ford ready to go, as qualifying has just concluded. They're going to give them a couple extra minutes to make sure no cars are on the racetrack on a go lap. But everybody, thank you for tuning in. Glad to have you all here. Hopefully your Tuesday night has been rather fun, rather relaxing, getting home from work, turning it on, and now we're just going to sit back, relax, have some fun. Chat rooms are open, whether you're on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, or even TikTok. I have that open on the screen in front of me, so if you are there, come chat with us. Let's have some fun. But with qualifying over, it looks like nobody on the track. It looks like the only one still out there is Dalton Fredericks. Coming out of the final turn, sitting P4, crossing the line. P4, still second and a half slower than his fastest with a 1:47.60. and that means Shane Chancellor is going to be your pole sitter, followed by Drew Trader, Calman Giori in third, Dalton Fredericks fourth, Michael Rupp in that fifth position, Daniel Krim sitting in sixth, Josh Vidal in seventh. A little bit of a smaller field this evening. It is just me tonight. I'm AJ Capola. Glad to have you guys all here. Qualifying is over. We're just waiting for the grid to start. Hit that like button, subscribe, and follow. We're at Watkins Glen International for race number 9 of the Super Tropheo series. It has been a barn burner of a season. And we're running in hosted lobbies. If there's anybody out there that wants to run every Tuesday at 7:30, the lobbies go up in hosted on iRacing. Come have some fun. As long as you're clean, you are more than welcome to run some laps, have some fun, join the Discord, and it's a really fun community. As I'm looking at the Discord right now, we do have a couple drivers down there. Dalton, Krim, Vidal, and Rupp all sitting in the same chat, just having some fun. But here we go. Gridding has started, and it looks like they are you were there. They aren't too far away from the start-finish line. No, they're just coming out of the boot. On your screen is the starting grid. But who's everybody picking this evening? Who's your driver? Who do you think will win this race? Looks like we have a bunch of viewers on TikTok. By a bunch, I mean 4, but glad to see you guys there. All our sponsors are in the description of the Facebook and YouTube video, and the running scroll on the bottom right hand of your screen. Gotta thank all of them. We'll get to them soon once this race gets going. Looks like we're just waiting on Mike Rupp. Drew Trader in the YouTube chat. I got baked potatoes for the win. I just had baked potatoes. Little sour cream. Cheddar cheese. Bacon. It was really good. But there they go, coming out of the boot. 45 minutes are going to go back on the clock when they cross that start-finish line under green. 8 Lamborghinis. 8 drivers that can possibly win this race. No Ken Huber, no Scott Ramler. 2 heavy hitters not in the field. This is going to be interesting. We're going to have a new winner, as the pace car is going to take the right-handed turn down pit road. And here we go. Green flag is in the air, and Drew Trader and Shane Chancellor into turn number 1. Trader with a excellent launch on that green flag. Through turn 1, everybody goes. Coleman in the number 4. So far, so good. Going down into the first passing zone on the racetrack of tonight as they're popping the curbs like you see the NASCAR vehicles. Through the carousel. Looked like Rupp went really wide through the carousel. Loses a little bit of ground to Daniel Krim as they are going through the boot. No short course for these guys this evening, as Chancellor is gaining on Trader for that top spot early on in tonight's race on lap number 1. Looks like Trader's got a Spider-Man helmet. Very nice. As Trader is trying to do everything he can to keep Chancellor behind him through the final 2 turns. Nice and smooth. Let's jump on board with our race leader after lap 1, and let's get right to it. Right down into turn number 1, hard on the brakes, downshifting over the turtles, straddling, and then into turn number 2, up the S's through 3, then to 4 on the back stretch. As you can see, Chancellor looking for a run, has the run. They're going to be even going towards that inner loop. Trader going to hold on through the inner loop into turn number 5, the outer loop or the carousel. Now heading down towards turn 6. This is the chute into the boot, as Chancellor is gonna take advantage of a Trader mishap into turn number 7. Heading down to turn number 8, the heel. Up the hill towards the left-hander, turn number 9. Shane Chancellor taking the top spot. And now heading down towards the left-hander, turn number 10. And the right-hander, turn 11, back towards the front stretch under the Bowling Green sign, or Go Bowling sign. And across the start-finish line, a lap around Watkins Glen International. Dalton Fredericks up to P3. Looking for more. Trader and Fredericks having battles on the channel in the past. The 20 with an excellent S's into the braking zone. Makes it really close. Trader cuts the nose off of Dalton Fredericks. Dalton's going to have to fight back all over the back bumper of Drew Trader. Now they head down into the boot through turn 6. They keep battling. Gilroy is going to have a say about it, but it looks like Joshua Vidal in P7 with an issue through the carousel. Yipe! Yipe! Ooh. Oh, big hit. See if we can get a better view of it. Trying to get a better view of it. We'll use the far chase cam. He was losing it before he hit the turtles. Ooh! Everybody does have one fast repair sit in the pits for him. As there goes the 25 of Drew Trader. Dalton Fredericks looking to the inside. Are we going to have any contact here? No, Trader's just going to lose it on the outside. That 25 is going to drop back to that 6th position after that spin. No damage, which is definitely good, but a flat spot on those tires could be a problem. But Shane Chancellor, a 1:46.40 last time by, over a second faster than the field on that last lap. Dalton Fredericks now 3 seconds back. Mike, thank you for liking the Facebook stream. We appreciate you, pal, as always. Can't wait for tomorrow night at Talladega for the A-Car Xfinity Series presented by the Wrestling with Nerds podcast. That should be a fun one. That should be a huge event. .28 minutes remaining means 7 down so far. They are on lap number 4. This is the closest battle we have on the racetrack as Josh Vidal is on pit road, taking that fast repair back out on the race course without going a lap down. Calvin Gilroy in that number 4. Or I'm sorry, Giori. Sorry. Kalman Giori. Trying to learn these names as we go. New faces every single week. As they go up through the S's, as I said, this is the closest battle we have on the racetrack. Giori within 7/10 now. A very nice S's as he goes through the inner loop, trying to stay close to Fredericks. Both of them even. Now through the carousel, looks like the 20 of Fredericks able to accelerate a little earlier. A blip of the throttle for Giori. Oh no, Daniel Krim from 4th place into turn number 6 is just going to overcook it, not hit anything. He's going to keep himself out of the way. Adam Capps and Drew Trader both go by, and he ends up hitting the gas pedal and continuing after losing those 2 positions. Your biggest mover of the race early on in tonight's event is the number 1 of Adam Capps plus 4 spots. Sorry about that, everybody. A little bit of technical difficulties on my end. Accidentally hit the mute button. Still, the closest battle we have is between that 20 and the 4, just as under a second separating both of them. As Giori is putting on some very, very competitive lap times to our leader, as Trader once again having an issue. Heading down towards the chute into turn 6. Multiple drivers having an issue down on this portion of the racetrack. And it looks like Josh Vidal might be done for the evening. But up front, it's Shane Chancellor, almost 5 seconds ahead of Dalton Fredericks in P2. Then it's Kalman Giori in 3rd, Adam Capps in 4th. Daniel Krim cutting some grass towards turn 11 as Mike Rupp gets by. Appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight. Hit that like button, subscribe, and follow. We have new races every single Tuesday and Wednesday nights. We have more coming down the pipeline that we're going to be able to announce very, very shortly. But right now, Tuesday nights, it's the Super Tropheo series, and then Wednesday nights, it's the A-Car Xfinity series, which tomorrow night, like I said earlier, myself and Mike Campiggio will be calling the race from Talladega Super Speedway. It's amazing how fast that number 7 Shane Chancellor Lamborghini is. Easily a second and a half faster than the rest of the field. Let's jump on board with Chancellor just to watch how efficient his lap time and his line around Watkins Glen International really is. Coming off of the final turn, very close to the wall. And I'll just give it to the engine noise. And just like that, that's Shane Chancellor's 1 minute 47 second lap around Watkins Glen International. Absolutely flying. A little bit further back, we got Daniel Krim, Mike Rupp within a second of each other, just over a second of each other. And then back to Fredericks and Giori. That's 0.8. They're just in each other's draft. I feel bad for how that number 4 is feeling of Giori. All the way down that back straightaway, getting a tow from Dalton, and still able to make it work. 8/10 separating the two of them, down to 6.5. Very aggressive on turn entry. And while Dalton is very aggressive on turn exit, they are very much matching each other. And to go along with that, last time by across the line, Dalton had a 147.66 to Giori's 147.86. This is going to be an even closer lap time here as they both come out of turn 11. Dalton Fredericks this time by with a 147.88 to Giori's 147.62. So a tenth or two one lap, a tenth or two another lap in the other way. Absolutely, these two drivers are killing it as we have a battle now. This is for P5. Blue and yellow of Mike Rupp. The brown and orange of Daniel Krim. Through the S's, they go down the back stretch into the inner loop. Krim is showing the nose, but he's going to tuck right behind Michael Rupp through the bus stop. Ever so close. 2.5 tenths separating the both of them through the carousel. Krim utilizing that middle lane, coming off the turn towards the boot into turn number 6. 3.5 tenths as Krim is off track again. Up through the toe, heading down towards the heel. Turn number 8. Half a second up to turn number 9. Still holding on to that half a second. Krim with a really good turn out of turn number 9 into turn number 10. Both of them holding serve, holding close together. And just about 2.5 tenths faster was Rupp over Krim that time by. But just a look at the gap on the field. Already in the boot is Chancellor as Krim and Rupp are just getting onto the backstretch now. 35 seconds of a gap between the two of them. As we're still going to stick with this battle down to 2 tenths once again. Daniel Krim really strong on the first half of his race course. Once we get towards the boot from turn 6, I'd say to all the way to turn 11, that's where Daniel Krim seems to struggle and Mike Rupp starts to really get going as they're also catching Adam Capps in the number 1. Turn 8 up to turn number 9. Closer this time as they were 1 lap ago. Half a second separating them. As Adam Capps is hitting pit road. Gonna take his one scheduled pit stop a little early tonight. But there's that battle once again as we look at Dalton and Giori. That's just over a second separating them, and Chancellor plus 7.5 over Dalton Fredericks. That is absolutely insane. It's amazing what these guys are doing, able to just trade off lap times, trade off sectors as I say that. Let's see if we can get a gotta find it. As Daniel Krim now on pit road, Mike Rupp is going to stay out. Waiting on now Chancellor, Fredericks, Giori, and Rupp all to now hit pit road. When will they make the trip? Staying out is the number 7. Let's see what Fredericks has coming through the final 2 turns. And both Fredericks and Giori gonna stay out. We have a little while as Rupp is just going through turn number 9. Will he be the next contestant on pit road? And yes, Rupp will. Absolutely. That just leaves 3 people left to hit pit road. Giori a little bit faster through the boot to turn number 8, down to his second .2. Shane Chancellor is just on autopilot. I wouldn't be surprised with the gap he has. He's going to stay out till it's almost on empty. What's going on, Regeneration Sports Network? Thank you for being a proud sponsor of All-Star 15 TV. Glad to have you on board each and every week, sharing our stuff on your Facebook page. All the sports news you could want. It doesn't matter if it's baseball, football, hockey. I wouldn't be surprised if they get pickleball at some point. Go check them out. The link is in the description of the Facebook and YouTube. As Mike Rupp coming out of pit road with an incident. This is on his outlap. Oh, he's gonna lose it. He's gonna lose it. Is he gonna hit anything? I have a Fox camera angle. I don't think he hits anything, but he's gonna have to get going really fast. Now we have just 3 vehicles remaining left to pit, and those are your top 3. And Chancellor's now on pit road. Sorry about the technical difficulties with the screen. Those are sectors for your top two and how they compare to each other. As Giori in sector 1 and 2, just about a second faster than Dalton Fredericks, but then Dalton, a tenth, I'm sorry, but then Dalton gains it right back and then some. As we're going to see it here, as Giori is once again faster than Fredericks. Both should be coming and taking a pit stop relatively soon, and here they both are. Should hand the lead back to Shane Chancellor. See if any games might be played on pit road. I would just assume these two drivers would just take fuel and get right back out on the racetrack. But here comes Shane, crossing the start-finish line, taking P1. And both still in their box, as there they both go. Oh boy, we could have an incident here. As Giori is gonna come out in front of Dalton Fredericks. How aggressive is that 20 gonna be? Should work for all three of them here with these sector times. This is the closest battle we have on the racetrack. And they're just consistently a tenth, 2/10 slower than Chancellor every single lap. But with that being said, we have just under 14 minutes remaining left into tonight's race. We are also going to talk, or attempt to talk to, our podium finishers here this evening, if they are in the Discord. But with that being said, we gotta go pay some bills, thank our beautiful sponsors. We will be right back.
Welcome.
From Mordor to Hogwarts to Gotham, the nerds have come together to create a show for nerds by nerds. Join nerds doing nerd things as they talk about all things nerdy. Stay up to date on the show by liking the Nerds Doing Nerd Things Facebook page.
It is feature time in Tulsa. Let's go green.
He's got the run, but isn't enough. It's a drag race to the finish. Culver goes from third to first in the last quarter.
Experience the world's most legendary racing events with iRacing. iRacing special events allow any member to compete in full-length multiplayer races based on some of the biggest events in motorsports all year round. Compete in virtual endurance races such as the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, and the Nürburgring 24 Hours. Take on some of the toughest races on the NASCAR calendar, such as the Daytona 500 and the Coke 600. We have races from disciplines across the racing world, from the Indy 500 to the Chili Bowl, from the Bathurst 1000 to the Crandon Championship. Our endurance special events utilize iRacing's team feature, where members can sign up and race together on their own team, swapping drivers throughout the race. Other events use iRacing Super Sessions, where you're not only racing against those on track, but against everyone taking part. As every race progresses, watch and feel the track change, with progressive time of day, dynamic weather and rain, and dynamic track debris and surface changes. Take on your favorite discipline, or try a brand new racing challenge with our biggest races of the year, the iRacing Special Events. Learn more at iracing.com/special-events.
When you want to be the best, you can't settle for the rest. There's a reason that Makoni Setup Shop is trusted by more virtual and real-world tracks and companies than any other setup shop in iRacing. With partners such as Stafford Motor Speedway, the Nashville Fairground Speedway, Five Flag Speedway, Speed 51, and more. When you want something done right, you go to the experts at Makoni Setup Shop.
With setups available for most series on both asphalt and dirt, built by a team of professional builders consisting of some of the top talents on the service, Makoni Setup Shop LLC has what you need to hit the track with confidence. Head over to MakoniSetupShop.com and learn why Makoni Setup Shop is the official setup shop of Richmond Raceway Esports and is partnered with some of the largest names in virtual and real racing.
And remember, at Makoni Setup Shop, there are setups, but your victories.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
And there it is, green flag in the air, and we are a go.
Curb, curb, curb again.
Oh! And he's gonna make it work as they're 3/10 back.
Sir, you can't park there.
Welcome to another All-Star 15 TV production. Brought to you by W Energy.
We're back, everybody. Thank you for all tuning in. Glad to have you all here. Chancellor has driven away, but that lead has come down just a little bit. Here is why. Through the carousel he goes. He's going to kick it sideways. He isn't going to hit anything, but he's going to do a little off track. Actually, it looks like he might have hit something. Let's see if we can get a better look at that. Maybe that right front. Yeah. But back on the racetrack he goes. Back up to a 5-second lead over Giori. Shane Chancellor started on the pole, currently running in first. Kalman Giori started third, is currently in second. Same thing with goes Dalton Fredericks, P4 to third right now. And then Daniel Krim from 6th to 4th. And Mike Rupp 3 laps down in that 5th position. Those are all the drivers out on the racetrack. But with 6 minutes left in tonight's race, let's preview tomorrow. As I mentioned before, the A-Car Xfinity Series brought to you by the Wrestling with Nerds podcast. New episodes every Monday. That'll take place over on the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast YouTube channel in the description below. Speaking of the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast, they have another episode, Rise of the Beasts, the final Transformers movie they are doing on their movie review of the Transformers series. That will be Thursday, right around 7:30, 7:45 on that same YouTube channel. All the links to our wonderful sponsors are in the description below on Facebook and YouTube. Huge shout out to Regeneration Sports Network. We talked about them earlier. AC Cages. Murican FC. Brandon's going to have new content coming out relatively soon. But just in a couple laps, even after that small issue that Chancellor had, he's back up to over an 8-second lead over Giori. And then you have Dalton Fredericks riding in third. As it looks like Michael Rupp with another issue into the boot. Down towards turn number 6. He steps on it a little too hard. Good for him to not hit anything, though. An absolute butt whooping. This makes me wish Ken Huber or Scott Ramler were here to see if this would have been an amazing battle. But Chancellor, an absolute clinic out there on the racetrack here at Watkins Glen International. Next week we are off. It is our owner's birthday on the 5th. So we do not have a race on the 6th. But the following week, May 13th, Road Atlanta, 45 minutes around that beautiful, beautiful race course. A lot of blind turns. It's going to be very taxing on these drivers, even for such a short race. It looks like Dalton Fredericks having an issue. The carousel bites somebody again. He's well out of the groove. And he is going to loop it, not hit anything, just like the other couple drivers. But he's going to lose a lot of time. Now 9 seconds back to Giori. 2 minutes remaining, just over 2 minutes remaining. As Chancellor through turn 6 up to turn 7. Does he get to Mike Rupp to put 4 laps down? Don't know if he needs to push it that far. He does have a 13-second lead over Giori. Coming across the line, this will be the white flag lap. Barney the Flagman will show the number 7 Lamborghini of Chancellor the white flag. Up through the S's for the final time. And for a lot of these drivers, they will be happy to not see Watkins Glen for a while. One more time through the boot. Chancellor can see Mike Rupp. That gap is a lot closer than I think that 13 wants. The only thing I can say to Mike Rupp right now, if you do get passed by our race leader, Shane Chancellor, you won't have to run another lap. Your race would technically be over there. Up into turn number 9. Down to turn 10. The short shoot to turn 11, the right-hander for the final time. Out of turn 11, Shane Chancellor is going to win at Watkins Glen International. Dominating fashion from that number 7 all night long. Giori out of turn 11 now is going to finish in that second position. And now Dalton Fredericks following out of 11 there. Crossing the line into P3. Back out on the racetrack from turn 9 into turn 10 for 4th place and the final car on the lead lap, the 47 of Daniel Krim out of turn 11 across the start finish line. Barney the Flagman showing him the checkered flag. There you have it. 4 drivers finishing on the lead lap, 5 drivers finishing overall. There's your race winner. He's going to jump into pit road. Congratulations to Shane. Hopefully we see him back in future races. Let's see. The only one we have in the Discord is Mr. P3 himself, Dalton Fredericks. Congratulations on the P3 finish. You and Giori had a heck of a battle for the very much majority of the race. But Dalton looked fun out there for what you guys had, which was nothing compared to Chancellor.
Yeah, it was fun until the end when the car decided it no longer wanted to drive. and went
Yeah, we
straight
saw
into the
that.
wall, so that was nice. Then the car was pretty much unpredictable, and like the carousel and the final two corners, it was just, okay, which way is the rear end going to take me this time? And I was basically drifting the car at the end, but it was a lot of fun. I've never gone side by side coming out of the pit road like that before, so that was kind of sweet. So good racing with him. Congrats on the winner, and hopefully we have better luck next week.
Well, next week we are off. The following week we do go to Road Atlanta, and after seeing you multiple times at Road Atlanta, which is going to be May 13th, what are we expecting from you and the 20 team there?
Hope for another podium position, I guess. It seems like even with Rambler and the other guy who's ridiculously fast, even though they're not here, I still can't come up with a win, which sucks, but oh well, I guess.
You still gain points on them. I know it's not a win, but you will still gain points on the both of them. But Dalton, before we let you go, thank you, number one, for coming and talking with us. And number two, why don't you tell everybody at home all those beautiful sponsors on that gorgeous number 20 Lamborghini?
Yeah, I'd like to thank you guys at All-Star 15 TV for broadcasting these races. Always enjoy watching these. JTZ Home Services, Sim Coaches, Fry Trucking, JVM Graphics, McConey Setup Shop, BMS, Hard AF Seltzer, Wrestling with Nerds, AC Cages, Drinker Bros Auto Racing Group, HSR Phantom Racing, everyone at the shop. Thanks for everything you guys do, and yeah, hopefully we get another strong performance in the upcoming race. And thanks, AJ.
All right, buddy. Well, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming to talk with us. You have a good rest of your night, and hopefully we see you at 8-Car tomorrow night at Talladega.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, joining the Discord just moments ago. Let's see if we can get a word with our race winner. Shane Chancellor, thanks for joining the Discord, coming and talk with us. Congratulations on the butt whooping here at Watkins Glen International.
Thanks, how you going? It was a pretty good race for myself. Just had a bit of an incident with myself, bit of a slide about 3 laps to the end, but that was a pretty good run.
Dude, I don't think it mattered. You could have wrecked and then jumped the pit road and still probably won this race. You were just on rails all night long. First time here seeing you with the Super Tropheo series. I hope we get to see more of you with the caliber of racing that we just saw tonight. It would have been nice to also see a couple of our other really, really fast drivers like Scott Rambler or Ken Huber. We are off next week. It is our owner's birthday, not mine, the Mr. Joe. But we are back at Road Atlanta the 13th. Hope to see you there. But what about Watkins Glen International that you just took to, and that Lamborghini was absolutely on rails?
Yeah, no, the setup was pretty good. A little bit of understeer for my liking, but overall the car was pretty stable, so that definitely makes it a lot easier. Just had to be a little bit careful dropping gears, but no, other than that, the car felt pretty good.
All right, brother. Well, thanks for chatting with us. I didn't really see any outside of Moderna on the car. Do you have any personal sponsors you would like to plug and show them this video back so you could hey guys, look what I did?
It's just our guys at I run at Aries Autosport, Australian-based sim racing sort of team, just between a few mates that mainly do enduros and stuff. So just a plug to them. But other than that, it's all good.
All right, brother. Well, hey, if they want to come race, give them the Discord link. Hopefully we see you guys May 13th at Road Atlanta, right here on All Star 15 TV. But dude, thanks for joining the Discord. Thanks for chatting with us, and enjoy this win until the 13th.
Yeah, thanks very much. See what's happening Australian time, because obviously for us it's about 11 o'clock in the morning. So hopefully I'm off that day and can come do some more racing.
Yeah, I saw the flag when we were doing the lineups, and I was like, shouldn't he be at work?
Benefits of a shift worker.
There you go, pal. Thank you, dude. Have a nice night over here.
Yeah, will do. Thanks, man.
See ya.
Cheers. See you later.
All right, everybody. That is Shane Chancellor. Wow, what a fun race. Seems like a really cool dude. Absolutely huge butt whooping of the field. Maybe we get some more guys out of that. But thank you all for tuning in. Have a wonderful evening. And we'll see you tomorrow night for 8-car Xfinity Series presented by the Wrestling with Nerds podcast at Talladega Super Speedway. Peace out, everybody.